Hello and welcome to another episode of Sir, You're Being Hunted. I'm Will, I'm being hunted, and I'm once again happy to take you through a jaunt and a stroll of the incredibly realistic English countryside. We're about to say goodbye to this purple island, as it's done nothing but bring us misery and death by dogs. We're going to return to the central island and who knows, possibly find some more MacGuffin pieces. I'd bloody love to have a MacGuffin detector. That would make my life wonderful, but I don't bloody have one. So, come with me now on a journey through time and space and the English Midlands. For Sir, You Are Being Hunted. Take the boat north. Okay, onward. So, back in familiar territory here. We've got one MacGuffin piece to drop off. We'll see how vicious the locals are. And we'll go from there. For those of you who've been watching so far, you will know that as you continue to play through So You're Being Hunted, the bots will increase in both number and frequency and variety. New and terrifying creatures will emerge, ready to consume your robotic soul, or even your regular soul. Which is, oh yes, get a freaking trap and some tea, back of the net. Some people were commenting that I've been a little too greedy when it comes to grabbing items. Well, and to that I say, it is better to have it and not need it than to need it and, God save the robotic queen, need it and not have it. Okay, we're good, unless anyone wants some rancid roast beef, which sounds like the Mountain Dew flavour I've always wanted but never asked for. Okay, let's eat the victory mince, have a little bit of meat. A little bit of meat. Look at that. Vitality 99. It's like we know what we're doing. I don't see you up there in the bushes, you shifty bastard. I see them rolling. They hating. But of course they're guarding the MacGuffin delivery. Okay, I don't see any boats. Seems... Oh no, there he is. There's that fucking Strider bastard. Okay, night is coming. I think we're going to have to do this as a cheeky drop and stop. Like some people would like, hey, you should just shoot the balloon. You should just shoot that guy. That is a ball of anger and rage with a lamp attached to it. It's like the Death Star had floodlights. I don't actually know what happens. I think it just sounds an alarm and makes my life very difficult. Oh. Doggies no. Doggies no. To remember which islands we've done. Of course you're going to shine it on the MacGuffin machine. El Bastardo. You know, the robotic royal family would never stand for this. Like, I just want it to be known that even throughout all this, robotic hellscape, the robotic royal family have always stood for what it means to be free and helpful and polite in England. So, yes. I, for one, support our robotic. Oh, piss! Ah! Jesus! Right, should we see if we can job him? Just really worried about the dogs. Come on, round the tree. Ow, you son of a... Oh dear. Nope. Alright, it's time to actually kick these guys in their robotic genitals, which I've always assumed are just a series of magnets. Alright, we might kill our first giant walker today. Come on. Come at me, bro! don't know if the big Strider has any weapons. But while they're tossing around over there, desperately trying to find what should be a rather angry and bloody human. Oh, piss. No, see what happened there? I got cocky. Don't get cocky. Christ, in a bin bag. I'm terribly sorry. We will continue with stories from the games industry and, thoughts and feelings on the grand state of affairs for video games, just as soon as I can slam dunk this bloody MacGuffin and not get my face chewed off by robo-dogs. But seriously, if anyone hasn't already made Robo-Dog the movie, that needs to happen. It can't be any worse than RoboCop 3. It just can't. I think legally it can't.
I'm putting the kettle on now, sir. We'll have you home in no time.
Thank you, Frederick. I don't know if we've done the East Islands yet. Oh yes, of course, they don't recharge. Okay, we're going to go check out the East Islands. Any luck? We're on our way. I think we did the West Islands. Hello, deserted shed in the middle of nowhere. You don't look shifty at all. And yes, I know I left that, excuse me. Undesired T-burp. I know I left that shifty robot corpse behind where we were, but it wasn't worth the potential dog to genitals consumption. The dogs consume... You know what? I took that in a weird place, and I apologise, but I hope it was taken as I intended it, with, robot jaws around my genitals. Again, not as I intended. Really need to, to work out how best to... Oh, street lamps. It's all clear. It's all clear. Sober run. See, let it be known I can go without drinking for, whole entire episodes. Ugh, dubious cat food. Let's see if there's anything to be had. I'm probably going to have to go down the industrial main street. That might be the place I can find a MacGuffin detector of sorts. I can certainly give it a try. Oh, that's a cliff. Cliff! Lordy, lordy. Okay, we're good. I find it's these seaside strolls with all of you wonderful folks that allows me the most amount of time to talk to my heart's content about the video game world, etc. I believe I've already told you good folks about how I got started in the industry or how to go about taking it over, if you will. What I thought I would alliterate on, or elaborate, actually, that would make far more sense. Ah, there's the boat. What I thought I would elaborate on is what I was talking about earlier about agility. And agility is an interesting term that gets thrown around a lot, kind of in larger studios. If it's a new term to you, it essentially means the speed at which decisions can be made. So a design change, a marketing choice, how long it takes for a tweet to be approved. And yes, at larger... Oh, totally going to save our progress. I tell you what, bear with me a second. Let's just take the boat and I'll pick up this thought once we hit east. Oh, no, we've been here, haven't we? Oh, bloody piss! Ah! You maniacs! Okay, so we're going to take the west boat out of here, which is inconvenient. Forgive me for that little detour. So, agility is the speed at which decisions can be made. And what it means is that if you are a single person working on an indie game, you can make your choices and decisions insanely fast. You don't need the approval of another individual, you don't need a quote from your production staff about how long it would take to create X, Y, or Z. You just do the thing. When it comes to communicating, you don't need to check with another individual or work out the correct means of explaining something. You can just do it. And this gives indie developers a massive, massive advantage over the AAA. If a hilarious meme pops up on the internet, for example, you can create something in accordance with or hilariously tying in moments, as long as it would take you to make the video or asset or tweet. Someone who works for a very, very large publisher or a big studio, they have to make sure they're saying things that their bosses agree with and that they're not, accidentally getting involved with something that may or may not cause large amounts of problems. There is a certain process there by having a large staff, and that is when people talk about, what is this? Oh, it's a campfire. Sorry. I'm losing my marbles. Alright, sorry, just taking the boat west. So that is when people talk about agility. So sometimes if it seems like, say like with the ice bucket challenge, for example, that's a great example from last year. Was it the year before? Oh, no, it was the year before. Pheasant! Jerk! Scared the crap out of me. That was a wonderful example because the indie developers were able to jump onto the Ice Bucket Challenge as it appeared. So they could go and get themselves dunked by icy, icy cold water. Thank you, Shroud of the Avatar there, for interrupting me. That thing is going to mess up my day at some point, that thing is going to destroy me. I can gaze upon my own death. Few people get such a chance. Sorry, where was I? Yes. The Ice Bucket Challenge. Larger developers and larger studios. Oh, I think I've gotten myself rather lost here. I'll check up that cliff. Would take a while to make sure that the Ice Bucket Challenge was something genuinely created by a charity and something that wasn't going to come back and bite themselves on the butt. Whereas with a smaller indie developer, they can just go, hey, I'm going to dunk some ice on my face because I think it's a good idea. And you could argue that if it turned out to be less than duplicitous, is that a correct use of that? I don't know. Fear has scrambled my brain. If it turned out to be less than honest, well, that's not a worry. You can explain what happened to your fans because they're people just like you. You can use that direct interaction to create I think I've gone right back round in a big bloody loop. I don't think I'm going to the right boat. No, this is... Okie dokie, Loki. I think this is the boat that should take us west. So yes. Now, how do you weaponize this as a developer? Well, I'm very glad you asked. Let me hop in this boat and I'll... No, that's the north boat! Did we come from the north? I'm just going to quickly check. No, this is new territory. Right, so forgive me if I'm a little bit fear-induced. Or fearful. So... oh, excuse me, some tea went down the wrong way. Terribly sorry. Slugging it out of a penny arcade mug, no less. I feel that's a wonderful cavalcade of different little ironies. It appears to be a swamp. And there's a swamp balloon, probably filled with death. Wonderful. Oh, my kingdom for a MacGuffin hunter. There is an item. I've had it in previous... What is that? Pegging it across the skyline there. Or the land line. The line at the horizon. That's the one. Christ alive. Okay, so... Being an indie, what you can do is you can engage with crazy things as they happen very quickly. You do not need to wait for approval. This means that you can be reactionary, that you can be funny, that you can interact with your fans directly and not have to worry too much about a freak out. I think Wheaton's law obviously applies. Don't be a dick. If you are writing a post and you feel like it's fair, but at the same time is a slightly dickish comment, just don't. Like, you just don't have to. What in the bloody hell is that? What in the bloody hell is that? What is this? Is that a MacGuffin piece? Is that a boat? Christ on a biscuit. Ladies and gentlemen. Oh, of course it makes bloody steam. Finding a lot of bonfires, not finding any MacGuffins. Alright. Blunderbuss. That's what I say to your blunderbuss. A crude weapon used by crude individuals. Want to check out a boat with me? There's a boat. I mean, what? No, oh no, it's fire. Huh. What level are you? I haven't seen a boat before. It's the first for me. So there's some farming areas. Sorry, just quickly scanning the horizon. See, on the one side, I like these big open areas because I can see those buggers. I can see those blighters off in the distance. It's very useful. Oh, you Christ alive bunny, I nearly shot your face off. But in the other, it leaves me exposed with little to no cover. So yes. It's a pub. That's a bonfire, not a MacGuffin piece. Is that a bonfire? God, this place is just packed full of kindling. I mean, I'm enjoying the nearly entire lack of robots. No, we'll leave that. I am taking your advice, comments. I am honest. Oh God. Okay. Looks like it's going to be an axe to see you time. Okay. Okay, we've got this. You've got this.
Danger. Danger. What is that?
Oh, bugger. We're gonna have to shotgun this one. The two of them are too close together. Oh, might be able to split them up. Excuse me, let me shotgun you a question. Of course. I assume the chance to break weapons increases as you use shotguns or other close-range blasty type weapons. Yes, that's a technical term, blasty type. Feel free to use it in casual. I found a badger! It's not much good for anything, but I found a badger! One of the English countryside's greatest predators, the badger, stalks alone. Pickle onions. I'm going to consume that. And some meat. Because I've earned it. You know what? Actually, no, I'm going to have some tinned food. But I earned that. That's a hell of a badger. Majestic and angry, as badgers should be. A little bit of humorous robot smut there. If any of you care to freeze it and reload it and read it yourselves, you are more than welcome, but I have no time to dilly-dally with such frivolities, for I must lead both myself and us all to victory and to survival, for we are being hunted. If I had a bloody MacGuffin detector, it would be very, very easy, but I don't have one, because for whatever reason, gods have decided that I do not deserve one. Looking around that church. Let's see if we can smoke it out. See if we can mosey. Yeah, you know what? I'm all for murdering robots and all, but I'm not getting this outfit wet. Do not get paid nearly enough. Oh, okay. I'm going to leave it here before we start onto violence. Thank you all so very, very much for bearing with me for once again another episode of nonsensical ramblings while I attempt to desperately survive the English countryside. This was Sir, You Are Being Hunted, and thank you. Good night.